Idaho killings suspect waives extradition from Pennsylvania. The suspect in the November slaying of 4 University of Idaho students waived extradition from his home state of Pennsylvania to face murder charges in the state of Idaho. Brian Kohberger arrived at Pennsylvania's Monroe County Courthouse Tuesday by prison transport van, cuffed and in a prison jumpsuit, and was escorted to the back of the courthouse by armed law enforcement. Kohberger answered, "No," when the judge asked if he had any mental health issues that would impede his ability to waive his extradition, and Kohberger's father, also in the courtroom, shook his head in no. The defendant signed the waiver at the defense table with shackles still around his wrist. Judge Worthington ordered Kohberger must be handed over to the custody of Loudoun County District Attorney's Office within 10 days. Kohberger has invoked his right to be silent going forward, his state-appointed extradition attorney, Jason Labar, said. Tuesday's move was expected after the attorney earlier indicated his client planned to waive extradition from his home state, and called the hearing a formality proceeding. All the Commonwealth needed to prove is that his client resembles or is the person on the arrest warrant, and that he was in the area at the time of the crimes, Monroe County Chief Public Defender Labar told CNN's Jean Casares. Kohberger did not answer reporters' questions as he was escorted in. He made eye contact with and nodded to his family seated in the first row of the courtroom behind the defense table as officers brought him in. Kohberger's mother and father sat on either side of his sisters, accompanied by a representative from the public defender's office. And when the judge told Kohberger he faces charges of murder when he returns to Idaho, his mother collapsed into his sister's arms, both sobbing openly. Arrangements are currently being made to transfer Kohberger to Idaho, according to state police, but no timeline has been announced. My heart goes out to the families of the victims, their friends, the community of Moscow and the University of Idaho, Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Robert Evanchik said at a news conference. No words can heal the pain associated with the loss of a child. Their young lives were ended far too soon. The Monroe County Correctional Facility warden informed officials that Kohberger has been a model prisoner, who has not caused any problems during his time in detention, according to a source familiar with Kohberger's status at the facility. Kohberger, considered a maximum status prisoner, is being held in a cell monitored by an officer at all times. He has been quiet and followed directions, according to the source. Kohberger was arrested Friday in Pennsylvania, almost 7 weeks after Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Madison Mogan, 21, Xana Kernadal, 20, and Ethan Chapin, 20, were found dead November 13 in an off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho. He drove home to Pennsylvania for the holidays, accompanied by his father, Labar told CNN on Saturday. The two arrived in the Commonwealth around December 17. A white Hyundai Elantra authorities had been looking for in connection with the killings was found at Kohberger's parents' house, Labar confirmed. Driving through Indiana, Kohberger was stopped twice by law enforcement on December 15 for following another vehicle too closely in the Elantra, authorities said Tuesday. The second stop was by a state trooper, who let Kohberger go with a warning.